What is up, YouTube? We got another vlog. This week has been so hectic. I've literally missed 3 of my lifts this week, or 2 of my lifts this week. So I did 3 out of the 5. This is my 3rd out of the 5th one today. I'm doing Police Academy, so I had to do my phase 1 testing. So the first week I basically did a bunch of push-ups, sit-ups, and ran a 1.5 miles. So I missed my leg and supplemental triple jump day, but I hadn't run a 1.5 miles in years. I still passed way above the standard. So that wasn't really a big deal. But definitely need to improve. Wasn't my best performance. And because the 1.5 miles was so novel, it felt like I just got done doing a leg day. It's already 48 hours since I did it, and my hips and my hamstrings and my tibs are like, they feel like balloons still. They're super tight, super dense, super pumped. So I gotta actually go do that again next week. So we're gonna see how we're gonna do this next coming week. I'm a little upset because the first week I haven't squatted. I hate skipping squats. As much as it is a strength thing, it's also a skill. The second you stop doing it, squats feel heavy, you know what I mean? So I ended up missing a little bit of my workouts this week. We're gonna try and fix it for next week. It's kind of a bittersweet kind of thing. When I get into Academy, which is gonna be 3 months from now, I'll be training every single day, working 10 to 12 hours a day. Luckily, it'll be my job. Academy would be my job. So I'd have lots of more free time throughout the week. So I'd still be able to hit my workouts. But how hard I could hit those workouts or how supplemental those workouts would be would probably depend on how hard I worked out that day. I'll basically be doing 2-a-days and making sure that I'm studying and getting sleep. So it'll literally feel like I'm a full-time athlete, which is kind of cool. There's a big-ass dog. But today we got some triple jump. We're basically going to do anything that we missed during the week when it comes to plyos. Probably a little bit of supplemental sprints and whatnot. We'll see where we're at, see how we feel, see what we're doing. Should be pretty fun. Also, come a little baby with me. So as you can see in that video, the training got cut short. Reason being is my hips were absolutely cooked. The first time running a mile was, like I said, so novel. Like my hips had never felt that locked up. My groin, my hamstrings, my ankles, my back, just everything. It was absolutely cooked. So I felt lots of pain, and I honestly was worried I was going to injure myself. So I cut it after, 2 jumps into a pit, and I didn't even get into the pit. Typically, you'll see that my foot on the first phase is really close to that white board. This time, it wasn't even getting close. I was doing like 14, 15 feet cycles. I was a little bit worried because the whole rest of the week I felt like shit, and I still had to go do 1.5 miles. Unfortunately, like this whole video is actually 2 weeks worth of training. It's Friday. Well, it's 1 week. That was a Friday. And this was the only thing I did like on a Monday or a Tuesday. I tested on Wednesday at the police station, so that isn't filmed in this. And then I did my Friday triple jump. So yeah, this is a 7-day span. You'll only see 3 workouts, and like 2 of them, are triple jump. And one of those triple jump I didn't do fully. So not the best week of training. On this day, I was just doing like some upper body, and then like some priming things. Like, you didn't want to completely dish out everything for the week, so I still did some push-ups, some sit-ups, some core, and then some standing triples, which was honestly a ton of fun. As you can see, my baby really likes when I do push-ups, just because, I don't know, she likes this thing where I like pretend I'm like getting close to her and then like back away really fast. She thinks it's funny. So I was basically doing that with push-ups, and she was laughing the whole time. I ended up muting this whole video. I was just going to post the training raw, but After I was done playing the push-up game with her, she was a little upset, and I didn't want y'all to hear her fussing, so I basically just did some 90/90s while I talked to her and watched some Teen Titans Go, which was honestly pretty fun. My thoughts during this whole week were like, my body is completely wrecked. I'm in shambles. I actually have been messing with my diet a little bit, just trying to find ways to make my calories more high volume while keeping them the same, because my hunger's been spiking, and luckily I've just been able to stay within my, caloric maintenance, just because I'll like skip one of my prep meals just so I can eat like a big sugary meal. Like the extra carbs is like almost what I need, so I've been chalking up some different ideas. One of them was just like eating more carbs, because my protein intake is really high for my body weight. I just do that to ensure that I hit it, and then it also keeps your calories low. Here is the standing triple jump, and that was pretty much the end of this week. Peace. Alright, what is up, YouTube? So I figured since the last video was really short, I was gonna do a joint video with this session. We're gonna try and send it a little bit, but with shorter approaches. Reason being is, like I said last week, I ran 1.5 miles, had me all fucked up. As you can see, I couldn't even do the triple jump. Well, I ended up doing another 1.5 miles because I took my police test, which I did fairly well on, but as far as APD goes, or Austin Police Department, I'm not eligible for 2 years. I might explain why, but I'm still eligible to be a police officer. They told me I should go to other places until 2 years from now, and then I basically am gonna be able to transfer or just retest and be there. It was some situation that I accidentally lied about. I didn't mean to lie. I literally just didn't read the thing correctly, and they can't make exceptions. So instead of completely suspending me indefinitely, they just gave me a 2-year wait, which is still really crazy. But they said if you're committed, you'll do what you can in the meantime. And so I'm gonna wait and do what I can in the meantime. I'll go be a police officer somewhere else, or I might do dispatch or corrections for Austin PD just to stay in the loop. It's a career path I want to take, so that's what I'm gonna do. I was sad the day it happened, but you gotta keep on pushing. You got a kid, you got a family. That's just how shit goes. You don't want to press the issue, because then you're like that weird boyfriend who's like, or that weird dude after a date who's like, why didn't you like me? I'm like, why didn't you like? You can't just go on one more date and try it. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. Just say okay, because at the end of the day, you're trying to get hired by them. Whether they need people or not, they don't necessarily need you. So, other than that, we're gonna see what triple jump looks like after 2.5 miles in between 10 days, and this is only my second session of jumping. I only did one workout this whole week, which was some push-ups. So I'm either gonna feel really fresh or really shitty. I felt sick after the first mile. The second time I did the 1.5 miles, I ran it 30 seconds faster, and I felt great. So maybe I need to start doing things that are more novel, just to hit my CNS really hard or my body really hard, because every time I do it, I end up getting sick every time I do something new for 3-4 days, and then I come back feeling really good. So I'm not sure why. We got some 8-step, 10-step, 12-step type things, some long jumps, some triple jumps. And then, like I said, we want to add more distance to my runs. Not necessarily just 1.5 miles, but 150s, 200s, 400s, 800s even. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do some 150s today. At the end, as the cool down, 80%, just hit that curb, stay tall, stay poppy.
Muscle
Mama.
mass gains over
Mama.
creatine monohydrate by itself. So maybe you're new to the game, or maybe you've tried